Hey there, Jack and Jill Motorcycle out there in YouTube land. This is Wes from the MOA coming to you with an unboxing and feature review on the brand new Schuberth C5 flip front helmet. Brand new, just starting to get into dealers now in the US. Very cool helmet. They've made a bunch of upgrades from the C3 and C4 generations. So I think you're gonna wanna check this out. So I got the box right here. We're gonna get into it here in a second, and I'm gonna show you everything that's in the box and the basics of the helmet. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe and leave us a comment or a question. First of all, I'm not in the kitchen. As you can see, I'm in the kind of messy shop, and I apologize for that. Nothing I could do about it though. And I suppose that you'll just have to manage. Schuberth brochure helmet line. I love helmet boxes. There's so much potential in a helmet box. Oh, there's a bunch of warnings here. Instruction to purchaser and user of this helmet. Warning, do not use helmet without first reading and understanding the manual. The manual contains important safety information and warnings, etc., etc. And look at that. There's the manual right on top. Oh, it's a nice little folio. 5-year guarantee if you register. That's the information for the comm unit. We'll talk about that. There is a quick start guide and the safety instructions. That's the actual user's manual. So we're going to tuck all that back in the folio there and continue opening the box. Comes in a very nice helmet bag, and boom, there she is. This is an extra large, which is a difference from my previous Schuberth helmet, which is a 3X. That was an S2. And let's see, we got to unlatch the, there we go. This is another helmet bag with the comm unit inside it. And inside here is another quick start guide for the SC2 and some other pamphletry. And then there's the comm unit. One goes on the back of the helmet, one goes on the side. I'm guessing under there, that's probably the microphones and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. There we go, microphones and stuff. So as you can see, it's got the internal visor, and that is operated by a slider on the lower left. And it has a stop. This is really cool. Say you have a big nose and you don't want the shield to go down quite as far. You flip that little guy down, and then it will only go back to there. It stops at a little short of full deployment. If you want full deployment, then you get it. That's pretty cool. Outer face shield that has a very nice, you can already feel it, detente at the bottom for city riding, you know, to let a little bit of air in. That's a good positive stop there. Got a mouth vent and a chin vent. It's also got a forehead vent and exhaust vents on the back. I love this color scheme with the M colors. Very subtle with the two blues and the red. Very subtle, very nice for BMW riders especially. And then here is to open it. It's right there. And you'll notice and I noticed this when I saw these for the first time, there's no pins. The latching mechanism is internal. It goes inside, which is the reason why I wanted to try one of these, because normally the pins catch my beard hair and tear it out of my face, which is really uncomfortable. The inside of the helmet is, as expected, very nice. Although this giant tag here is gonna have to get tucked in or cut off. That's massive. And then it's got a ratchet latch chin closure. Now it's hard to tell just from this, but they have moved the chin strap forward so that it's not so much on your Adam's apple, which has been an issue for some time. The previous versions, the comm system fit into the neck roll, and it doesn't anymore. One piece goes here, and one piece goes here, and then the speakers are already inside the helmet, as are the antenna. There's a chin closure here, and it feels very good. The mechanism feels nice. Very smooth. That's gonna be easy to use with gloved hands, and you see it holds this face shield's position. You open it, and it puts the face shield back where you left it. There's another thing. Let me see if I can figure it out. Here we go. On the left side, there's this tiny little red switch, which you can only see when the helmet front is up. And if you push that switch up, it locks the chin bar in place, making it, I don't want to say safe, but safer to ride with the chin bar up. They, of course, do not recommend that you do this for any extended period of time, but that's kind of how that works. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera again and show you how this fits, and then we'll see about, oh, it's already got the pin lock installed. The pin lock is in there already. So you see the slightly blue tint of the pin lock, so I don't have to mess with that. And I will probably wait till I get home and I can sit at the table to install the comm system. Okay, if you have never put on a flip front helmet before, it can be a little weird to do it the first time. So you want to make sure the chin bar is up and the strap is undone, okay? And basically what you're going to do is, instead of putting it on directly over your head, you're going to pull a little bit here and kind of slide it on from the back, sort of from the back, sort of from the top. It'll make sense once you see it. So you give it a pull and you kind of put it on. Now I'm gonna need to adjust the strap, but you can see here, I can close it, and it did not catch my beard hair in the mechanism. So I'm very happy. I think I'm gonna probably have to take the chin damper out because I have the beard that takes up the space. And then to open it and take it off is just the opposite. You open the front, you unlatch it, pull the straps just a little bit, and work it back from your forehead and off. And you're all done. All right, cool. Now, next is the installation of the comm system. And that's gonna be at home.